initiative for all students and staff. And we've kicked off and began a 2-year initiative to continue to increase the implementation of the highest equitable instruction possible. So when we talk about CIS, CIS stands for Communities and Schools. It's a proven model that reduces our dropout rate and increases graduation rates. So at each of our elementary schools and intermediates, as I previously stated, plus Gateway, our discipline alternative school, we have a licensed social worker that it works in conjunction with counselors and other staff members. And their specific duty is to work with students who need it the most, whether that be to connect these students and their families to resources and or anything that they may need. As you can see by the chart below, it's been very, very successful. We have 74% have improved their grades of the students being served through this Communities and Schools program and social workers. 77% of the children being served have seen an improvement in their student behavior. And finally, we've also seen an increase in their student attendance, because obviously if they feel connected to the school, they're going to come to school more often. And that's when we can take advantage and teach and they can have the benefits. What does it mean to be a trauma-informed school district? I had previously mentioned that. Well, with trauma-informed care, it's been common in the healthcare industry and in the law enforcement industry, and it's gaining a lot of traction in the public education sector. We know that children come to us at all different varying needs. They have issues and experiences, unfortunately, such as abuse, losing a loved one, bullying. They have a parent that may be incarcerated, or they may simply be living in a chronically chaotic environment. And so those kinds of traumas would stand to reason that it impacts their ability to learn and their educational success. So with trauma-informed care, what we do is you see this overarching umbrella and some of the programming that we have that goes underneath it. Adults with specialized skills go beyond the academic, go beyond the classroom in support of our teachers to understand the underlying or root causes so that we can address those in a multi-tiered support system. As we talk about new developments, there's also been advancements in our safety measures. We have ordered all new buses, a whole new fleet for the Bastrop Independent School District. Unfortunately, the pandemic has delayed that, but when they do arrive, all of our buses will have air conditioning systems, 3-point seat belts, and come with a student ID system that tracks student location should they be separated from their parents or at a bus stop that wasn't correct. We've also increased and added additional police officers to continue to monitor and work through this 400 plus square miles of district that we have to enforce. And we've expanded safety equipment such as cameras throughout our buildings, on our persons, and a vape detection system to help deter our students from participating in those not so good activities. As far as we look at technology, we have made tremendous strides. We ordered 2,880 Chromebooks. We have 4,300 hotspots. Every student, I'm proud to say at this point, because it was so difficult in the spring, who needs a hotspot now has received one. We've, in our efforts to continually communicate, we added a program called School Status. This is a platform that allows us to have two-way, very timely communication with our families in a modality that they prefer, whether it be a text, an email, a call, and it logs all that information for our teachers. We have launched two.
Barry, that's
Yes,
probably
sir.
a very big deal, because I think before the pandemic, there was a huge percentage of people, students who had no internet access and no computers, and the haves and have-nots, it got far worse. So thank you.
Yes, sir. And that is exactly correct. Now, I wish I could sit here and tell you that we've cured and solved the problem throughout. No, we have a part of a larger connectivity project to get broadband into every home, but we're not there yet. So these hotspots definitely help us bridge the gap in the interim. So thanks for those comments. One of the things that I feel most proudly about is as we move on to child nutrition and well-being, because it takes so much for our families and to educate our children. We're going to move on to the child nutrition. We're so happy to say that for this entire school year, thanks to the TDA, Texas Department of Agriculture, all children in our community will be able to eat a free breakfast and lunch Monday through Friday, whether they're enrolled in our school district or not. If they're 18 and under, they can come to one of our sites to pick up a meal, a breakfast and a lunch. And if they're 21 and they have a disability, they also would eat for free. We've also implemented a mobile app, which helps with the ordering to make it a little more convenient if that's something that our parents want to take advantage of. Thank you to our child nutrition folks for all their hard work and making sure that our kids are fed. Kind of want to shift gears now to safe and responsible reopening. As you all know, we have opened our schools. And what I'd like to do is share with you the things that we've been doing to open the schools. And right now, as far as what I'm concerned about is keeping them open in the most safe and responsible manner possible. So as part of this process, parents were given a choice whether they wanted to send their children to campus or remain at home. And they can change their decisions at any grading point. We offer virtual instruction for all students. That started on August 18th. Then we took a very measured approach. So for 3 weeks, we stayed virtual only while our teachers and staff got acclimated to being back at work and preparing. Then effective on September 9th, we started on-site instruction for parents that wanted to come to school. And what's interesting about this is when this process started and we surveyed our parents, 60% of those parents chose to be online. Now that number's flipped. Now we have at 60% have chosen to send their kids to school. We think it's a result of the efforts of our outstanding teachers and our principals and all of our campus staff for doing such a great job. So we used this phased-in approach this semester, and it went from virtual to 50%, as I just stated. And now we have the ability, should parents choose to, that we can let anybody who wants to come back up to 100%. However, like I said, we're only at 60%, and we'll continue to offer the choice of virtual throughout the rest of the school year and moving forward. So how do you get to this point? Well, it takes, as you all can imagine, preparation and coordination. We met regularly, had conversations daily in preparation. What I'll say to that is we can have all the meetings we want, protocols and prep, but it's the people that are out on the campuses that make this happen. And I want to make sure that we give all of them all due respect and thanks for the great work that they've done. We also stay weekly in communication with the Travis County and Bastrop County health authorities. Some people may ask why Travis County. A lot of our workforce commutes back and forth in Travis, so we want to stay on top of the issues that they're facing as well as Bastrop County. Another something that we implemented was a COVID-19 site coordinator at each one of our facilities, and it's also a team that was formed to review, listen to people's concerns, look at our procedures, because ultimately what we want to do is ensure the consistency throughout the entire school district. Some of the mitigation things that we have in place, I'll name a few, you see them here. Obviously, we had lots of student and staff training, self-screening apps that we use before we come into work. We do require masks of everybody in BISD in our buildings. Touchless hand sanitizers throughout our hallways at every single campus, desk dividers, signage, social distancing markers, ventilation improvements. We upgraded our filters throughout the entire school district, and they were just changed out a couple weeks ago again, and hospital grade disinfectants. What I'd like to do now is just a couple minutes, a quick video of how we introduce this. You know, how do you get parents to come back in facing a pandemic and the fears of contracting COVID? So every one of our campus made, and I'm going to show you one quick example, a video similar to this. Let's take a look.
The principal here at Lost Pines, and I'm standing at the front entrance of our building. This is our front door and our front sidewalk. But if you'll look down this way, this is our bus ramp. This is where you'll get off the bus in the mornings and you'll walk up this sidewalk. And before we go into the school, always we want to mask up. So I'm going to go ahead and mask up, and we're going to go inside and see what Lost Pines looks like. Welcome to Lost Pines. Classrooms. We're going to stay on the right side of the hall. As you'll notice, we have restrooms in each hall with our signs to make sure we pay attention to our hand washing. That's totally fine. It's part of our brainstorming process, okay? Draw a picture, write a word. All right, so once you leave the 200 hallway, we're going to take the corner. We're going to go to the library. All right, we are excited to welcome our new librarian, Ms. Westman. All right, Ms. Westman, could you tell them a little bit of what they should expect from the library?
We have lots of new books in the library, new zombie books, Wings of Fire, tons of graphic novels, Baby Mouse, a whole new set of Dogman, tons and tons of new books in the library ready for you.
As we came out of the library, we're going to continue down the hallway.
And so I think that gives you an idea of how we started the process. Just to give people an idea, this is what the building looks like. There are strong protocols in place. And I'm very proud to say what we thought might be an issue in the summer, thinking about coming back and that kids wouldn't wear masks and people would be resistant, I can tell you they have been outstanding in cooperating, because I think everyone understands the personal responsibility, and that together, if we wear our masks and take the necessary measures, we can keep each other safe. Another important factor in building trust and getting people to buy in is that we report all positive cases. We report all positive cases to the Bastrop County Health Authority. We report the test confirmed positive cases that occur on campus to the Department of Health Services. And one of the things that's really important that parents were reluctant about is we notify everybody involved. Teachers get notified, staff and parents of all test confirmed cases. To take it a step further, what we wanted to do is we were one of the first districts in this area to put a COVID dashboard on our website. And what I'd like to do is just briefly take you to that to show you how easy it is to get to. In full transparency, we're also one of the few districts that not only reports on campus, but we also continue to track our our virtual students for the well-being of the whole school district in the community. So let's get this loaded up here real quick. Let's take a look. So you just go to our website, you scroll here, you go to COVID dashboard, you click on this. Here it pulls right up. Here's all of our COVID resources available to our community and family. So what our dashboard entails is we list our current enrollment. We update it every single Monday. The numbers of on-site kids, the numbers of kids that are still online. Our total staff is also updated. And then right here, it goes into the numbers of active cases. So this week there's been 3, 2 on-site students and 1 student that is being served online. And then we had 1 staff case. To take it a step further, parents want to know, well, that's fine and good. Community members, we want to know how it is exactly at our school. You can see Blue Bonnet right off the bat has still yet to have any cases, but you can see per site and location how many cases have been reported. And it would stand to reason that high schools, because they have so many more students, may have a little bit higher number, but you can see those numbers are still tracking very, very well for us. To take it one step further, we track the total number of confirmed cases since we started the process. And so back on September 4th, the blue indicates on-site kids. The red is online. So back in September, you could see we had 5 online cases, which we're not required to report, but we do it for everybody's sake. And then the this bar here is the staff. And you can see this is each subsequent week moving forward. So you can see right here across October, we've been doing very, very well. And we started our campaign with people on, listen, we're doing great. Let's not lose focus. Let's remain committed to keeping each other safe. And
Very
so
impressive transparency.
thank you so much. And again, we're in this together and we're very proud of this. And so we just want to keep reminding everyone, keep working for us, working with us. All right. So from there, let's talk about the future. Let's kind of take a step forward and see what we think the future has in store. Obviously, our premise, our existence is to continue to improve our academic performance. I want to remind the community and everybody that currently we received an A in the college and career and military readiness for our students. And as a district, we have a B overall accountability rating from the Texas Education Agency. Those are things to be very proud of, but we want more. We want straight A's. We want the highest possible A's for our kids, for our staff, because they certainly work hard enough to earn it. We're going to continue to expand our technology expansion. We want to have eventually get that one-to-one basis where it is integrated in all instruction that we do. We want to continue to advance our innovative post-secondary pipeline. And I have an opportunity for you Rotarians and community members to join us in this initiative that I'll share with you in just a minute. We're going to create a virtual academy, much like our Genesis or our Circa, our Colorado River Collegiate Academy. We're going to open a virtual pre-K-12 virtual academy as a separate choice for parents. There may be parents that are choosing to stay home for different reasons. If we offer them this opportunity, they would be allowed, they would attend BISD schools virtually and still have access to all the rich resources that we have available. And of course, we continue to grow in this community and we know it's not going to slow down anytime soon.
One of the niches that some of our members might help with is in career and technical education, some aspects of that. So think about, how we might help in that way somehow.
I certainly will. And Norman, like I said, I'm going to give you a little form here in just a minute for people that want to contribute, because we would certainly love the support. So what does this mean for our bond? As you all know, we were gearing up for a bond. We were about a month away from going out before the pandemic hit. And what I would say to this entire notion here is that the needs that needed to be addressed in this bond have not gone away. They still exist. Obviously, we're in an ongoing health crisis. We're continuing to have an economic disruption, adversities, and a lot of uncertainty. However, we don't know how the voter capacity and enthusiasm will be during this COVID time and challenges. Our focus as a school district obviously was to focus on starting to get school safely open and operating. And so the bond was put on hold. Back in March, we postponed it, the election to November. Well, this summer, as things really started to spike, we went ahead and called in July our Citizens Advisory Committee, which is over 60 members of our community from throughout the district, came together and decided that we should cancel it until we got on the other side of COVID. And at this time, we're planning to reconvene our committee with hopes and desire to go back out in the May of 21. still looking forward, lost in all of this work and things. I think it's important that our taxpayers understand that you all hear directly from me. If you don't follow it, we adopted for the 2021 tax rate a 5-cent lower tax on all of the community, all of the BISD community. So our tax rate went down to $1.32, which is 5 cents lower than it was the previous years. As I said earlier, and I'll continue to say, the overall needs addressed in the 20 bond are still here, still exist. I gave you an example earlier about a meal. We'd have full day pre-K if we had more classrooms to offer that. Enthusiasm within the district and commitment remain high. This is something our community needs. We appreciate your support and our endeavors as we continue to move forward with this. We're going to continue to have our immediate focus on safely keeping our schools open. It is truly a blessing. I just can't begin to tell you how great it feels to walk in and have kids back in school, the needs that we're able to address, and not to mention their academic performance. And ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you from every position throughout this district, we are committed, we stand ready and purposeful as we continue to look forward into the 2021 school year. So now going back to you, Norman, and your group, how is it that people can be involved in the great things happening at BISD? How can you all help us push the needle and push forward so that we continue to grow and be an even better school district than we already are? We ask that you become a volunteer. Right now, we take virtual guest readers. You guys have proven to me today that you're all very capable. We'd love to be a presenter at the elementary school classroom. Those options are available to you. The second one is something that takes a little bit more. We'd love for you and invite you to become a career mentor for our high school students that are participating in career and technology education classes. What does it take and how can you get involved in that? Well, this mentoring is very specific and it's related to a career field. For our students that are involved in, and I'm just going to name a few examples, the health sciences, construction, auto mechanics, audio visual, business, criminal justice, oil fields. We have just so many opportunities. What we were looking for in partnership with Career Craft is people that have 3 years experience in their field. They have no criminal background. Their information session, we'd kick this off, would be in November. And then after the information system, what we do is we'd match you with students in December, and then it would kick off in January, and it's a commitment of about 45 minutes per week. Let me show you how easy. You know this person very well. April Lewandowski would be love to get you signed up. She's our contact person. I'm going to show you really quick how easy this is. It's a simple form. It's on our website. She can help you with that. Email address, first name, last name, professional title and role, company, cell phone number, and then how you think you could help us. And that's all we ask, just to get started, just to see what kind of interest we have available to our students. And so that brings me to the end of the presentation, with the exception of one thing. I truly believe in this hashtag that together we can. And I'd be remiss if I did not give credit again to the people that are in those classrooms every single day, dealing with some students in person, some students online in some cases, working with parents and families as they struggle. And it's our campus staff. And they're led by very, very capable leaders, and that's our principals. And October just happens to be Principal Appreciation Month. And we had the pleasure of honoring our principals here at this last board meeting. And I want to just show you just a quick, introduce you to our principals really quickly, and let you see a couple of the things that we're recognizing them for.
This is your month, and we're excited about this month. My name is Ashley Buchik, and I have the honor of serving as your school board president. And this school board has extreme confidence in not only what you do, but how you do it.
You are amazing instructional leaders. You are caring individuals, and you know your students, your faculty, and your families so well to be able to serve them. Your dedication to our students has shown vision and passion, and I just can't thank you enough for an incredible job.
When you can adapt and change to a situation in such a quick period of time as you all have, it really shows the love that you have.
I'm not shocked at what the campus principals are doing because of the strength of the team that's been put together. Never forget how amazing you are and how much of a difference you have made. Thank you for inspiring our students to achieve their dreams every single day.
On page 1373 of the compact edition of the English language dictionary, the Oxford English Language Dictionary, the definition of principal is clearly stated, given its duties, responsibilities, activities, legal requirements, code requirements. Anyhow, I think the most important role that a principal plays is in the creating of a positive school environment.
They take care of the students, they take care of their staff, the teachers, the family, work together with each other.
Keep doing the things that you've been called to do with zeal and passion and love, and you'll have a great impact. You'll make a difference in the life of teachers and students. There will be those that will be extremely successful when they leave your campus, but there will also be those that are the first in their families to walk across the high school stage with a diploma because of what you gave them.
Your visionary leadership makes a difference, and we appreciate you raising our future workforce.
Hey, principals, from the communications and community relations team, we just want to tell you, we think you're great. We should celebrate you every month, not just in October, but we're glad to have a special opportunity to say we love you and we appreciate you.
And there you have it. Thank you all for the time to present these things for you. I'd love to answer any questions. Dr. Lee is also on the call if she can be of any assistance if you have any questions at this time.
You're doing at least as near as I can tell, you're doing a fantastic job. I learned a lot. The only thing you're doing wrong is no one knows what a fine job you're doing. We're going to record this, and assuming it's okay with you, we'll make it into a YouTube and post to our website. But, spreading the good word, because most people don't know what you're doing. Like, schools are more than schools these days, right?
That is correct. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Norman. Yes, Mike.
In your presentation, you talked about all school children having free lunches and breakfast available, whether they're enrolled or not. And you gave recognition to the Department of Agriculture for making that happen. Is that a nationwide program or something that is unique and we qualified for?
It is a nationwide program, and we do also, you must qualify for it. That is true.
Another question. I think your budget year begins in July, or is it October?
No, July.
July. Well, I would assume there have been a lot of expenses that you couldn't have anticipated when you created that budget. So does that mean you're going to end up with a big deficit that was unplanned for?
Another great question. We have reached out to all sources, the CARES Act, everything that's available to us during this time. And frankly speaking, it's doing really well. We've had the necessary support that we need.
Good.
So no, we don't anticipate a deficit, to answer your question.
Great.
Barry, there's been a conversation about charter schools opening in the Bastrop area. What do you see that as impact on BISD?
What I would say to that is we believe that Bastrop Independent School District, we don't need a charter school. And this is my opinion. I think it further fractures the community. We offer choices, all kinds of different choices, as you heard during this presentation. And there's many other opportunities that we can offer as a school district. If we put that effort towards working together in the school district, throughout the school district, we will become a destination district of excellence like no other if we continue to focus our efforts and not get diluted and or distracted by charter schools.
Barry?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
Swindle, and I just want to thank you for bringing us these numbers, because the numbers that I'm hearing on the news say that all the schools are having these horrible results from their students. Looks to me like BISD is doing great. And thank you for working so hard.
Yes, ma'am. And again, it's a credit to the people out on our campuses. I wish that Dr. Lee and I could take credit for this. We would never do that. It's the people that are driving the buses and feeding the kids and cleaning the classrooms and teaching them day in, day out. It is unfortunate when you see the media depicting, I saw the headline the other day was COVID cases increasing in the school systems. That's why it was so important for our district to get the real news out there, because you can get consumed by the media at times. And so I ask, again, I plead with you, before you pass along a piece of information, make sure that it's validated. Steer people to our website to help them have the best information, because that'll only make us all better.
Thank you again.
Yes.
Barry, I have a question. My name's Amberly Palmer. My question is that you had talked about doing a virtual academy, and that it would give those students that are going to school virtually access to tools and resources that the school provides. Does that include homeschoolers that are looking to maybe looking to go that route, could participate in sports and other activities such as that?
Yes, that is exactly what I mean. When we talk about choices throughout our community, we know that we have a pretty large homeschool contingent. And if it's religion, whatever the reason is that they're staying home, we believe that this virtual academy will provide them the opportunity to still honor that with our approved curriculum, our outstanding certified teachers, and give them access to the extracurricular activities. We want to meet the needs of the entire community when I say that. And that's when I say that we don't need to be fragmented anymore. We're going to continue to offer quality programs that we can handle. Obviously, we're getting very good at virtual school, and we're going to only get better at it.
Barry?
So yes, that's exactly right.
Can you hear me, Barry?
Yes, sir.
Rick Knoll, over in Elgin School District, and Betsy and I are sitting here, and our kids, I don't think, are having a live contact with the teacher. Are your teachers in the classroom teaching?
Yes, sir. We have 60% of our students are back in school. And because I communicate regularly with your superintendent in Elgin, you have, I want to say you all are you have students in school as well.
But do we have a lot in front of the classroom?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
You're offering both, just like we are.
Elgin, but in Bastrop, they are doing that.
Yes.
Yeah. Elgin hasn't gotten there yet. But
yeah. They have, Rick. So you know, they do have students in school now.
Yeah.
They're still learning virtually.
But
in the classroom.
they're learning virtually in the classroom.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's not what you're doing in Bastrop.
No, sir. Our teachers are teaching in some of our classrooms. You'll walk in, it'll look like school always looked.
Okay. Thank you. I got it.
Yes, sir.
Not there yet. Okay. Thank you.
I actually have one more question, and this may be more of a Christie question. The Rotary was one thing, and Rick, he's the our chair on this, but one of the things that we like to do as Rotary is give scholarships to students, and we would like to send one boy and one girl to our RILA camp. What, in your opinion, is our best way to advertise that throughout the school with the students?
Well, we actually have multiple methods to do that. The first would be at our high schools, each one has a college and career center. So that's a great way to advertise directly to students, scholarships and other types of programs like RILA. In addition, however, we have access to parents through not only school status that Barry mentioned earlier, but also we have the electronic flyer delivery through Peach Jar. We use our social media extensively, and we have all platforms, Instagram, which the kids see more than anything else, as well as our parents. The parents see Facebook, of course, and then on our websites. So I would say there would be multiple ways for us to get information into the hands not only of kids, but also to get it into the hands of parents, who oftentimes, are the encouragers to get their kids to apply for these things.
And who would be our best contact?
You can certainly start with April, but you can also send things directly to me, and then I disseminate that out through the most appropriate channels.
Okay, very good.
Yeah,
thank you.
Happy to.
Barry, you don't have any alliance with other things like Texas State Technical College, do you?
Not with them specifically, but we're reaching out and forming alliances. Amanda Brantley is.
Barry, this is Jill McNabb. I just want to say, a mom with twins that are in the school program at the schools. I'm just amazed that, first of all, my 8-year-olds want to wear the mask every day. But the teachers do a really good job of making sure that they wear them, because I was really worried at first about sending them back. I was one of the parents that kept them home for a few weeks just to kind of see what the numbers would look like. And then, of course, I do have my oldest, my 13-year-old. She's going to be very happy to know y'all are going to offer that virtual program, because she's just really done well at home by herself and just excelled without any distractions, just being her with the teacher in front of the computer. And, last year she was making A's and B's. This year she is making straight A's, just because it's more one-on-one that she likes, and she doesn't have other kids talking to her. And just so she's really excelled, and she's done a wonderful job. So the teachers are working hard, and I see that firsthand with both of my kids, virtual and in classroom. So I appreciate the school district for all the work they've done, because I know it's been a challenge, but we appreciate y'all.
Jill, thank you so much. And it's so true. We've learned that some of our kids are thriving virtually because they have the opportunity to do it kind of a little more flexible on their terms. And because of our model, the asynchronous, they can do the work on their time, as you know, because you're watching it firsthand. And that's why we thought it was so important to extend this option going forward into the future. So thank you for sharing that. I love testimonials like that. Hug your teacher. Well, don't hug her, you can't, but thank her. There you go. Thank you.
Very good. You might post some version of this. We'll do a thing to our website, but this is great information. You might post some version of this presentation to your own website or Facebook or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And again, I'm just going to extend this invitation again. Anytime you have a question, if you'll just shoot us an email, or Christy and I, we're very good about responding, or we'll get you the right person to respond. If you hear something that doesn't sound right, please check it out. You have an incredible group of committed people in your school district.
Barry, if I could add this too, Norm, it's great to post, a presentation like this on our website, but what we've found is that being able to get in front of small groups of people and to actually walk them through the information is so much better. And so being with Rotarians today is great, but we know that you're probably in other groups as well that you're a member of or that you're a part of. And so extend the invitation. Please invite Barry or invite me to come and talk to your group, whether it's virtually or in person, because that's when the information really comes to life and we get to have this two-way conversation where you can ask questions and we can give you an answer if we have it. And if we don't have the answer, we know how to get it for you and get back to you. So please consider what other groups you're a part of and invite us to come talk.
If there's no other questions, we can, thank you. We'll do this. We'll post this to we'll record most of this meeting and we'll post this, and thank you for the incredible information from Barry and Company and for the good work. Let's see, at this point, let's go into the Rotary four-way test. First is it the truth? Second,
Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Third.
Will it build goodwill?
Goodwill and better
Friendship.
friendship.
Fourth.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
All concerned.
thank you. Thank you all for joining.